It's Week 7 of the NFL, and this defense features Shaq Thompson. He's a...
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Jatavian Sanders. 3rd down, 3 to go. The motion man is Johnson. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And he's going to have a Panthers first down as they move the chains on 3rd down. Another try with Brooks. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Jamin Davis there to make the play. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the... and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On the handoff, this is Brooks. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Cleveland Furl able to make the stop. 2nd down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This throw left. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Back to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Panthers. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders come out with the man they hope leads them into their new era. Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick in this past draft from LSU. Greg, this is the man who won the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in Baton Rouge a year ago.
There's really no way around it, Mike. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. I mean, they desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you, I've been there before. As these losses stack up, every day becomes more and more of a drag. And then all of a sudden you get that one big win, and the spirits of the building just change overnight. They need that. Can today be that spark? Because if not, they're in for a long season.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Off the zone read, Daniels going to hang on to it. Now the pitch to Eckler. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice run there by Eckler, and he continues to be a productive back here in his 8th season in the NFL, and it's one of the main reasons why the Commanders targeted him back in March.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The motion man here is McLaurin. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do.
This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Olamide Zaccheaus. Touchdown, Commanders.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. As we check the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he is right up there among the best in the NFL. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll set up to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. What a run, he brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. but sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it's going to be 3rd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll try it now with Brooks. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have a clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll try and run it with Brooks.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. He'll go on 4th down. He'll try and get there on the ground. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him. on fourth down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Here comes the number 2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels, with the rest of the Commanders' offense. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. He'll get that to Zacchaeus. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Man in motion, heading left. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll work his way down to about the 41. On the option, here's Robinson. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Down the right sideline. And he will get into the end zone. De'Ami Brown. Touchdown, Washington. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The extra point is up and through. And the Commanders will up the lead to 5. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. Catch made right side. It's Johnson.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll throw out of the gun. Finding space at the 40. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. A run out of the gun with Brooks. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On the zone read, it's a give to Brooks. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker on to punt. The veteran Jamison Crowder deep to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The next drive about to get going. I want to remind you what's coming up in primetime this week. Week 7 already in the NFL. We have the Jets and Steelers on Sunday Night Football. And then coming up tomorrow night, the last of our Monday doubleheaders for the year. Ravens-Bucks from Tampa at 8:15. That's followed out west by the Chargers and Cardinals from the desert. On second down, it's Eckler. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. 2nd and 7. To throw is Daniels. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That's 17 yards, and that's a 1st down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. This one on target for Johnson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way,
the pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. A tough spot here. Third and long. They'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, for the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Derek Carr, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England, as we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Trevor Lawrence leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Kirk Cousins leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. What a treat to watch the rookie in that first half. The number 2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Commanders' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. The man in motion is Zacchaeus. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll go play action here with Daniels.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Washington.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
The speed on display. He's in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Commanders. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The extra point is good. And the Commanders will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Jonathan Brooks coming out for their next possession. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And that'll set up fourth down. On now is the punt team for the Panthers. He'll punt for the second time, looking to hit another good one. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Daniels now going to look to throw. That pass taken in by McCord. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, Daniels. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Commanders first down. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Now a loose football. The Panthers have it. A big hole. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And a mistake by the young quarterback in this defense gobbles it up and takes it in for the score.
You know, Mike, unfortunately, this is sometimes just the reality of playing with a rookie quarterback behind center. You're going to get a lot of magic. You're going to get a lot of fun moments. But you're also going to get a little bit of this learning curve, understanding sometimes just it's better to live the play another day. Get the ball out of your hand. Don't take the hit. Don't take the sack. And definitely don't cough up the ball.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. From his interior spot, that's Derek Brown on the tackle. 3rd down and 9. Now Daniels. The open receiver is Dodson. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Washington.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll throw with Daniels. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. 3rd and 9. Throwing now. Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Jaden Daniels, you look at his time at LSU, Mike, and he certainly had great wide receivers to throw to. But now being a rookie quarterback and having the veteran presence of a guy like Terry McLaurin, that is such a comfort for any young quarterback getting his feet under him in this league.
1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. On the zone read, here's Daniels. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. The Panthers have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And a big turn of events there. This defense trying to hold off the opposition now takes the lead, Greg, by taking it to the end zone.
Yeah, and it seems like week in and week out, Mike, in this league, there's 1 or 2 plays that determine the outcome of a game. And I get the sense here in the second half, that game-changing scoop and score by this defense could very well be that play.
Back to throw. He'll swing that out wide. And he is not able to get to the goal line. So they stop him, cannot bump the lead up to 3. It remains a 1-point game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. On the give, it's Eckler. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Here's Daniels. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. The Commanders set to kick this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Panthers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. Now they'll set up to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Panther first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's hard! And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
He's got it at the 3.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps. Oftentimes,
a dive, and he's in. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle all afternoon. The defense done a great job taking him away from his game, taking his weapons away, and he is yet to find anything to lean on in this one. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. A quick slant on the money to McLaurin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Daniels.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On third down, it's Robinson. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Deontay Johnson getting set to get back to work. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the first down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock. Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. They'll go once more with Brooks. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Here's a 2nd and 12. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And they will not be able to make this a 2-possession game.
And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs and just as importantly stop the clock. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. To the air again is Daniels. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.